Good morning, Mayor Brandon Scott. I don't know where you was at in 1986, but this is where the story starts. 1986 to 2026, 40 years a slave to your judicial system and mass incarceration. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and you made our black community the cash crop. Racism don't work without black cooperation. You're a black mayor, and you got evidence and knowledge, and you've been silent. Silence is consent. I'm an activist in Baltimore. That's Christopher Dews. That's Kelly, Ray Kelly. That's Brooke Learman and Antoine from helping oppressed people elevate hope. So I hope you're paying attention. Racism don't work without black cooperation, but it ain't gonna end without white participation. These are my friends and my supporters. These are my friends and my supporters. You feel me? And they were helping me make a documentary about race and racism on the corner of Falls Road and Mount Carmel, all the way on Falls Road, up and down President Street. That's 1986, all right? Victim, Dwayne G. Davis, all right? 1986. In 1986, I turned in guns and drugs in the war on drugs. Me and my mother, Corrine Davis, established an organization called Shorties, self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. You can go to the Illinois Department of nonprofits. I established it in 1985. All right. You can check the list in the registry. Talking about public accommodations. All right. And if you contact this individual, he'll tell you the whole story about y'all putting me out of the event last week. All right. We talking about public accommodations. Governor Westmore and Mayor Brandon Scott abused their powers by having me removed from this event. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's the center stage. And that's my ticket. So when I say public accommodations, it's right in your face. Blacks have no rights in which white America respects, and black people is doing it to us. This is Whistleblower, the movie, all right? I couldn't tell you I was making a movie. I had to show you I was making a movie. And when you found out I was making a movie, you locked me up. That's Governor Westmore, and he got my information as well, all right? That's the Baltimore City Descent Decree, all right? And that's also Brooks. That's CASA, and that's the state's attorney. And we're bending towards social justice. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. It's 90 days of session. You only got 3 days left. 1, 2, 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You got 4 days left. That's Jane Miller in the Baltimore Beat. I'm showing you the role the media plays in misinformation. The beat goes on. Beat ain't said nothing about this, and Lisa Snowden been knowing about this since 2014. Ask Lisa Snowden about the conversation we had when she came to town at the Real News. That's Jane Miller. We talking about FCC violations. That's Governor Westmore. And we're going to give you a checkup from the neck up. That's Governor Westmore. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. That's the IRS. We talking about $250 million in intellectual property theft by the state of Maryland. Art and activism. See who that is? That's Al Repmer and Governor Hogan. See who that is? Governor Hogan. You feel me? We got a town hall, community in crisis. That's the Baltimore Sun, ABC, NBC, and 98 Rock. Release all material to the voters. That's inmate property report. And that's Ivan Bates. And that's the rule. You feel me? Like Ivan Bates said, don't gamble with your future. That's a jailhouse diary. And that's the videotape you took was earmarked for the FBI. That's CASA. And like I said, that's your representative. This is to prove I was making a movie about the judicial system. That's notarized. Commode motion. If I go to jail, I got to share that toilet with an inmate. 2026, we're going to share this toilet with the world. And the world is watching Governor Westmore, and I'm going to give him something to see. That's Frank Boston. He's a FOP. He's a lawyer for the FOP, and he was also my client. That's 2007. All right? My store on Falls Road in Cockeysville. Like I said, a jailhouse diary. All about Governor O'Malley and his mob machine, the money behind mass incarceration. And we're doing it through the legal lens, all right? Through the legal lens. That's Lady Breon, all right? And everything I told Lady Breon, ask her about the conversations we had. Ask the leaders of a beautiful struggle. We're going to talk about the haves and the have-nots. Yeah. Through the legal lens. That's my granddaughter, Dania. And that's me. I went home. I got kidnapped by the state of Maryland, by Baltimore County, by Izzy Pataki, by Scott Schellenberger, by Pat Young. Yeah, the Baltimore County Council, the Democratic Party, locked me up for making a documentary. So Governor Westmore, I'm looking for exoneration. All right, that's the Attorney General. These are elected officials. Delegate Stephanie Smith. Kaylin Young is the only one that asked for exoneration. The rest of y'all just been placating. Y'all been bullshitting. Well, 2026, man, movie come out and I ain't got to change nobody's name. I gave this information to Mr. Stokes when he was Councilman Stokes, all right? And he didn't do nothing with it. Handed him the paperwork and everything. And now he running for office. I don't support you. I don't trust you. You're not to be sitting in that seat. That's Dwayne G. Davis, parole and probation. Linda Dodge. That's WJZ, Kai Jackson. That's consent to be videotaped. And that's the videotape. Corey McCray got it. All right? That's Senator Corey McCray. Like I said, taxation without representation. That's Corey McCray. That's Thelma Branch. You feel me? And these are elected officials from the past and the present. And that's Starbucks. Starbucks and Shorty. Starbucks and Shorty, 1986, 2026. That's 40 years a slave. If you deny you know me on earth, are you going to deny you know me in heaven? Well, Malcolm Ruff denied me. Malcolm Ruff denied me. It's the money behind mass incarceration. Monopoly, the Cheaters Edition. That's your elected officials. That's your state's attorney. And that's your circuit court clerk. Frank Conway had this. Now his grandson got this. We're going to end the nepotism. I want to access the court. I want to go to the grand jury about the Democratic Party. You feel me? That toilet was about the Democratic Party. You see who's on it? Schellenberger, Ehrlich, NAACP. Everybody that's on this toilet is in the movie. You feel me? If you deny you know me on earth, are you going to deny you know me in heaven? We ain't going to wait that long. We getting ready to put this shit on the silver screen. Mass incarceration in your prison industry. I'm out $250 million in intellectual property. Y'all let Ivan Bates make a movie. Y'all let him make the We Got a Monster. Well, this movie is all about Ivan Bates in the state's attorney's office. You see when he got it? I'm going to defeat the beast. We're going to defeat the beast. Racism don't work without black cooperation. That's a fact.